Welcome back to another episode of Fully Stoked Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Stokes. Cody's not with us today because I am hanging out with one of my friends. I always say that, but really Sherena is a good friend for years now. Sherena Timmons, and she is with Natural for You by Sherena.
Yes.
She's the founder, creator, owner, everything. She's fantastic. Can't wait for you to hear more about her. But a couple of housekeeping things. As you know, I am Sarah Stokes, Senior Mortgage Loan Advisor with Coast to Coast Mortgage. I love to help people with all their refinancing and financing home needs. But more than that, I love to connect people like you and Sherena. I love to talk about women entrepreneurs, women in business. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, without further ado, Sherena, tell us about Natural for You by Sherena. How did you get there after 20 years in manufacturing? So you had a first career in manufacturing for 20 years, and then you decided to start creating and selling natural products. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I did work in manufacturing for over 20 years, but what came about as far as me being in business or even creating this business was me getting diagnosed with breast cancer in 2016. And it was more or less with me getting breast cancer, it was kind of like me sitting down because I had no other choice with being in having chemo, with having radiation and going through that process. It was basically like go, 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 and then sit down.
It made you slow down and stop.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically it made me sit down and stop. And it was like all of a sudden I became creative. I started sewing again. I started creating products. I started painting. It's like just the desire to create was even greater.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, but as far as me getting into this business of natural products, my hair didn't grow back after radiation. So it was like I went to the hair supply store, bought all these products. None of them did anything. So I started messing around and started creating my own stuff.
Oh, awesome.
So it was like one product led to another product, led to another product. And then I came in contact with people and they were like, well, can you make this? And I was like, sure. Start playing around with it and everything. And then somebody else came and was like, can you make this? That's how.
So now it's grown because you make, how many products do you have? 14 products.
Another one coming out in December.
Nice. What's that one going to be?
A lymphatic swelling relief.
Oh, nice. I was just talking about that actually with Shannon last week. Lymphatic massage. I guess you could, is it like an oil? Could you use that with the massage? Well, you should talk to Shannon for sure. Yeah. And my mom and dad were talking about that as well. So I'll have to find out about that, that oil. So I've tried personally from Sherena the bath salts, and that might be the same thing as the foot soak.
Yeah, that's body and foot soak.
Okay. And then I've tried the shea butter, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. I love the shea butter. It's just so good. Tried the pain oil. I love that. Then the room air freshener. My daughter has allergies to fragrance. Sometimes she can take like natural fragrance, but sometimes she can't. And most of the time she's scared to even try because she'll break out.
Right.
So we usually go fragrance free on everything, but it smells good. The few times that I use it when she was at her dad's house. So it is good. So those are the products I've tried. What are some of your other products?
Coconut and ginger root cream.
What is that?
Sugar scrub. Coconut and ginger root cream is made out of coconut oil and the ginger root plant. That one will grow your hair, moisturize your skin, help with eczema and psoriasis.
So is that the first product that you made when you were sort of working on
the very first one? Yeah, that was the first one I made, coconut and ginger root.
Wow.
And then after that, then I started with the follicle stimulating spray. And the follicle stimulating spray is made to stimulate your hair follicles for them to grow.
Have you seen good results?
Oh, yeah. I've had one customer who, like, where you part your hair, her part was this wide.
Whoa.
So when she used it, now she might have used it 30, maybe 40 days. And she took before and after pictures. Oh. And in the after pictures where her hair grew back in. Oh. And just using the spray.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Then another guy, he had thinning spots in his hair. Yeah. So whenever he would go get his hair cut, the barber would have to spray the darkener in there so it wouldn't look so thin.
Yeah, yeah.
He started using the follicle stimulating spray. Barber didn't have to use it anymore because his hair grew back in.
Oh, speaking of that, don't you have your products in a barbershop?
Yes.
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 In downtown Monroe.
It's clippers.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. That's it looks so. I love their social media too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh yeah, your social media is really good too. You're always
Yeah.
posting. That's good.
Yeah,
That's what
I'm
they say,
trying.
consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is hard. It is hard to keep going. I can attest to that, but everything you're doing is working. That's for sure. So you said that, quote, not everything God allows is bad.
Mhm.
And I guess, is that because it made you slow down?
Sometimes we as people, we have our own plan
Yeah.
and we think, I want to do this, and this is how we plan it out in our heads. And it might not be the plan that he made for us. And so when I say not everything is bad, sometimes he allows some situations to happen to grow us,
Yep.
to grow us and to push us in the right direction.
That's right.
Because if I was not diagnosed with the breast cancer, I would not have had this business. I would not be on this podcast right now.
That's right.
I would not be, because I'm a person who likes to sit in the back. I can be
Mm.
quiet all day long. You don't have to hear anything I have to say. I'm fine with that.
So
So
it's a struggle to push yourself to get out there.
it is, because I overthink it. Because I'll be like, oh, well, I need to say this, or I need to do this,
Yeah.
I need to da 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 da. And he's just saying, okay, just show up. Just be.
That's awesome.
That's enough.
So right before the podcast, I was like, okay, here's your copy of the questions from the form that she filled out that we have sort of drafted. We don't have to stick to them. She's like, no, just keep it. Like, or I'll overthink it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's true. That's
Yeah.
the second time you said that
Yeah.
too. The first time was when I asked her to speak at one of our groups, and she was like, I better just go ahead and get it over with.
Yeah.
I don't want to overthink
Yeah.
it.
I'm a very big overthinker.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can perseverate on like one thing and overthink it until it's caused more stress and damage than it actually by nature would have caused on its own. So
Yeah.
I'm like you. Sometimes it's just like pull the band-aid off. Let's just do it. I'll do it right now. It's not so bad, right?
Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
so bad.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, how did creativity in your treatment and recovery when you were going through breast cancer and breast cancer recovery, was it like a healing process for you to start being creative? And you said you were painting. I didn't know you painted too. I know you do shoes. You do the jewels on the shoes. What do you call that?
I call them just beading shoes.
Beading
Yeah.
shoes. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. That started because one of my friends was getting married and I wanted to get her a gift. And I thought about it and I started, what's the word I want to use? Looking to see who does what and the pricing and everything. Most of the shoes I found, they were just doing same misses on the side or whatever, and they wanted $300
Wow.
or something like that.
That's
I was like,
ridiculous.
you can do this.
Yes.
I did her whole entire shoe.
I love it.
And I did mine before that just to see if I can do it. And I could. And that was how it started.
Love that.
Yeah.
So that's your creativity, and that's just like you were seeking to do something for your friend, and it just turned into something creative. And now you do that on like pretty regular basis, right? Yeah.
I do it on the side.
Yeah.
It's like I have to compartmentalize everything. Like the natural products business has to be priority.
That makes sense.
And so beating the sneakers, doing paintings or cooking or whatever else, that is side things.
I got it.
So that way I don't lose focus.
It's a priority to do natural for you by Sherena. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So we went through a few of your products. We got to the sugar scrub, which by the way, I have tried as well. And I love the sugar scrub. I really, really do. It's very nourishing. You don't have to use lotion after you get out of the shower because it's really nice.
It's basically coconut.
Yeah. But it's not thick. Does that make sense? It doesn't stay. There's not a film on your skin or anything like that. It's all natural products. That's why. Is absorbed, I guess. So that's a really good one. It gets all the rough edges off too. Yeah. So what else do you have? We were talking about a couple other things. The follicle stimulator.
Yeah. Hair oil, pain gel, fever blister oil, ADA oil, essential oils, which are peppermint, eucalyptus, and frankincense. I think that's it.
Awesome. You've got quite a variety. And another one coming out in December. Now, how do you walk us through the process? How do you make these things? Do you have like a room in your home, or do you go somewhere else? And then you've got the stickers. You have the whole branding. You have pamphlets. You have containers, all different sizes of containers. You do pop-up shows. Like, how does the process for like making the products or manufacturing the products work?
I have a room in my house, which is my office, and so I have all of my core ingredients to make everything in that room.
Okay.
And so how that office is set up, I have one wall that's my desk and everything with my computer. And then on the opposite side of that, I have my work desk.
Okay.
So
where you pour stuff and do
yeah.
stuff. Okay.
So I'm like I said, I'm one of those people where it has to be
Separate. Mhm.
so that way I know to do this here. I know to do this here. So that way nothing gets crowded. Everything has a balance.
I love that.
Yeah.
I thrive in that type of environment. I can't say that I'm always naturally like that, but
Mhm.
I know it makes a difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they say don't put your computer in your bedroom because then, or your workspace in your bedroom because then you might associate your bedroom. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it makes sense. And so
Yeah.
I took my computer out of my bedroom and now it's down here, you know?
Yeah.
So let's see. So you'll do the products, you'll do the pouring yourself, and then your stickers. I saw you made on one of your social media posts recently. I just saw a whole bunch of stickers, like a long row of them. Did you get a new printing
Yes.
job or
Yes,
something?
I got a new printer.
Oh,
Printing
that's
company.
your. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
great.
a new printing company. So,
Okay.
the first printing company I had, it was I found them and they were the one created my logo and everything else. But when time went on for me to get bigger and everything, I had different ideas
Right.
and they weren't able to do it. So God bless that I was able to find this person or this company and everything that I wanted to change. Like she listened, she got it,
Oh,
and
good.
it was like just like that.
You want to do a shout out? Who is it?
Her name is Shauna Stiegel. She actually runs Stiegel Market in the Indian Trail, but her printing company is She Hall Printing and Designs. She's awesome.
You need to invite her to the Union County Network of Women sometime.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She Hall, what is it?
She Hall Printing and Design.
I like She Hall, like He Hall.
Yes, yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Women printing and design. That's great. Please do invite her. That would be great.
I will. But the saying that she is very detailed. She listens. She tries to make sure she gets it just the way that you need it. And I really need labels that are waterproof. And she makes sure every last one are waterproof.
Right.
Because with me having everything based in coconut oil and
Yes.
so if they spill with the other ones, I have to take them all the way off and replace them.
I mean, I did that. I had some samples and I was taking them to an event in Asheville and she said, "Now don't let it get hot in the car." I was like, "Okay." And I didn't, but I did. I didn't mean to. I think I got out, 2.5 hour drive. I got out to walk the dog or something for 30, 40 minutes. I came back and it was middle of summer, but I didn't think it was going to, but she's right. Yes. And then I had to or you helped me, took the stickers off and then reapplied them, but it all worked out good. So now you've got the waterproof too. Well, that'll be good. That'll be good. Yeah. But the products are natural and you don't put extra fillers in them to make them like stable, like as far as like in a bad way, right? You don't put extra things in them. So that's good for your consumers because we really
like say with the coconut oil, I put something else in there so it wouldn't melt or something like that.
Right. Yeah, it's just I like that. I like the Whole Foods. We were talking about that. I like the whole products. Like, I just started using. Well, I didn't just, but probably a year ago, I put away the Mrs. Meyer's spray. I started using white distilled vinegar with water, and that's it. Now I know you can put. I've heard people put to make it smell better because vinegar has a strong smell. I don't mind it, but they'll put essential oils like your eucalyptus, peppermint, all that good stuff. So I need to get some from you. Yeah. Add it, but I don't know if my daughter would be allergic. That's the only. I don't think she's allergic to natural oils. I need to check into that.
It might be just the fragrance things.
Yeah, the fake fragrance.
Yes. Yeah, it might be something that they put in there too, and it might be something that she doesn't know that she's allergic to.
Yeah, because I used to put in my diffuser, I'd put essential oils, and it was a eucalyptus one, I think, and it doesn't bother at all. So she could probably use that.
Yeah, it might be one of the chemicals in there.
All right.
Like when we had a meeting, when I spoke and Carmen was talking about, when she kind of took over and she was talking about all the benefits that she's come in contact with my products. And later on, she was talking about how her boyfriend, she used the hair oil and come to find out he had eczema on his forehead and the hair oil cleared it up.
Oh, that's awesome.
But she said that a couple of weeks later, he went and bought something, an essential oil.
Oh, good.
And it broke him back out.
Oh, there might have been something in it.
Yeah. But I told her mine, like with certain essential oils, I make them myself.
Oh, okay.
So it's just the herbs of the essential products. Yeah. And then I do a double pot method and make the oil.
Oh, so you're making the oil too. Wow.
Some of them, if I can get I can find the plant of it, then I'll make the essential oil.
I didn't know that. You should do a reel. That's cool. I mean, all of it's cool, but that's like super interesting because I think a lot of, people that make candles and they go to the Waxhaw farmers market or whatever every Saturday morning. There's a ton of people out there that sell soap, and I love it. But a lot of them, you can tell they're using fragrances and dyes and things like that. And so my daughter, because of that, we can't buy any of that stuff. We have to be very particular. But I think if people knew that you're actually making the essential oils, that's really unique. Do a video of it.
I'm getting better because a lot of times I'm fine with taking pictures, but then when it's like it's time for me to make a video, and it's like, really this last weekend, guys were like, okay, you need to do a video. You need to do a video. You need to do a video. But it's like getting my head.
Well, and I've been telling her too. I don't know if I did tell you, but I meant to tell you. I was like, have you thought about doing like the big view with the script? Marina told me not to read it though, but I'll show you. I'll show you the website. And then you could set it up like, you remember how we were doing the B-roll video over there a few minutes ago? The B-roll is when you do time lapse. This is actually, I think, helpful. I wish I would have known this a year or two ago. You set it up and it's you, and it takes a little bit of a video, and then it waits, and then it takes another little bit. So it's kind of a fast version of what you're doing. So when you're setting up to do your oils or whatever it is, you could do B-roll, and then you could put some print over it. So you don't even have to talk if you don't want to, but it's just you working, and it's like a fast version of it. But I do think an instructional one where you're talking to people and you're like, hey, let me, tell you about how I make this essential oil. I buy the plant, whatever the plant is, and then I use a double pot method, and stay tuned and you'll to find out more. And then the next reel, you could actually have like, maybe one of those where it's over the top of the pot and you're like pouring. I mean, it would just be cool. I think people need to see that. That makes you unique. That makes your products stand out. I didn't even know that. And I've known it for a year.
When I've talked to them and I tell them about the double pot method, it's like,
what is it? What is it? No,
basically what it is you have a pot of water.
Okay.
I do stainless steel like mixing little bowls.
Yep.
And put that over the pot of water.
Okay.
You got the pot of water on the stove, and you don't have to put it on high. You can put it on, like say, with my stove goes from 0 to 8.
Okay.
So I will put it on like 4.
Okay.
So you put the pot of water on there, let it get hot, where you see the little steam come out. Take the mixing bowl, put, like say for instance, I have the leaves of lavender.
Okay.
And I'll put the leaves of lavender in there, and I will use a carrier oil, which is sweet almond oil.
Oh yeah.
And I'll put a certain amount of lavender in that mixing bowl. Fill it up with the sweet almond oil.
Okay.
And all you're doing is letting it slowly
slow cook. So it's getting the essence of the lavender in there.
So it's not where you have the mixing pan or you have, like say, in a pot and it's cooking on high itself or whatever.
Right.
You're letting the steam out of the pot basically cook.
Warm it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's not direct heat. That's why it doesn't get scorched. I think they do that for like chocolatiers. I think so. So that way it doesn't like break it or something. That's interesting. See?
Yeah.
That needs to be another educational reel. Like you could even, take a video like this sort of you doing it, and you could talk people through it. And you need to get one of these. Do you have one?
My daughter does.
All right. Well, they're not expensive. You can get them on Amazon. So, all right. So the next area is like you talked about God, and you said not everything that God allows is bad, because it might get you off the path that maybe is not the one that he has for you. Right. So, and then this all deepened your relationship with God. So can you talk to that a little bit? Like, how has your faith sustained you through breast cancer recovery, through your entrepreneurial journey? You've grown a ton in the last year, haven't you?
It hasn't even been a year.
It hasn't?
No.
How long has it been?
My first location was in March.
Okay.
And it's just November. So it hasn't been a year, 8 months. Yeah.
So you're still doing pop-ups. You'll go to like Do you go to like farmers markets? Do you do festivals? Is that the right thing? Or
Festivals and vending events.
okay, yeah, because you did the Kristen Rapoli's event not too long ago in her neighborhood. And do you still go to the one in Waxhaw?
No.
Okay.
It got to me where the foot traffic wasn't worth the drive and the setup and everything like that. So
Makes
I
sense.
stopped with that one.
Yeah.
Most of the ones that I do now is sometimes people invite me, and the one I did Saturday, somebody invited me.
Oh, good.
But it's just ones I come across, and I feel like I kind of lean more on God to see if that's where He wants me to be at. Where I just ask, okay, is this where you want me to be at, or is this what you want me to do? I try to make sure I don't overload myself to where there are some people that I do know they have events all year long, and I don't want it to be like that because there have been some times where I've been home and God will say, okay, go to such and such and such a place. And I have no idea where I'm going.
Wow.
And yeah, so I have no idea where I'm going, why I'm going. And I may get there and just start a conversation with somebody.
Right.
And it may end up being a conversation where we're talking about something they need to talk about. So I try to make sure I don't go ahead and fill my calendar.
Yeah.
And I make sure I have room for whatever He wants me to do.
Gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's very disciplined, I would say, but you're just being obedient to God when you do that. So
yeah,
that's awesome. That's what I aspire to do. I really do. That's awesome. So your journey, you weren't always like that before breast cancer then?
I have been. Honestly, I have heard God's voice ever since I was a little girl.
That's awesome.
I just didn't know who I was talking to. Yeah, I didn't know who I was talking to. I'm the only girl out of 3 boys.
Okay.
So I've been primarily by myself.
Yeah.
My whole entire life.
Yeah.
So that was my person. That was the person I talked to. That was the person just in general. So I've gone through a lot of things even before breast cancer because I've had to primarily do things all by myself.
Right.
And my mom and my dad's relationship was not good. It's kind of like being in a relationship and being in a marriage where one person is willing and the other person is taking advantage and being manipulative. So when you grow up in a relationship like that, it's kind of like you're stuck in the middle and you don't know what's what. And being a kid, you're kind of then got into the manipulation too because you don't know what relationship is and you don't know what's what.
Wait, what you just said is so brilliant. It has taken me years of therapy to get there. And you just, I mean, that's just from God. You just figured that out.
No, well, I didn't say figured it out. It's just what He showed me because when I was 18, I had my son. So I was in a relationship, not knowing what relationship was. And then here it is, I bring this baby into a situation. And then here it is, I don't know what relationship is. And I'm functioning off of manipulation, thinking that's marriage and relationship.
Right.
And it's not. And so me personally, my mom was the manipulator in this relationship. So it's like she dragged me in the middle of it.
Oh.
So it's like when I'm in 7th grade, she got me in the middle of their relationship, talking about the relationship. I'm in the 7th grade. I have no idea what a relationship is.
Yeah.
So from that, God had to heal me from their relationship.
Yes. Yes.
Before I can start a relationship, even though I'm 18, already in a relationship. So He had to heal me from all of that and teach me about relationship.
Wow.
So
God can do it.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Wow.
So it's like a lot of times when I'm talking to people and I can talk about relationship or I can talk about marriage and they're looking at me like, okay, but you're single. But I had to be healed from their marriage. I had to be healed from relationships that I was in that I was doing wrong.
Yes.
Because there was a point where I was in a relationship with my daughter's dad. And I had no business being in a relationship with my son's dad or my daughter's dad.
Right.
Because I was functioning off of her.
Right.
So I mistreated both of them.
Right.
And there was a point with being the relationship was over with my daughter's dad. God would say, okay, let me show you. You did this right here. You reacted like this in this scenario. I said, okay. He said, let me show you what you should have done.
Wow.
And He'll show me, this is how you should have reacted. This is how you this.
Wow.
And I said, okay. He said, now call him back and tell him sorry.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what I'm taking from that is And I love people like this that are like correctable or open to, God correcting them. But you know what that also means? That means in the world, you're also open to other humans. Hey, I have some feedback for you. And there's just not everybody is like that, is what I'm saying. I think that makes you not a manipulator if you are willing to receive feedback from, first of all, the creator. I mean, who should, everybody should, but it's not that easy. Some people just don't want to hear it, and they're, I'm not listening. I don't hear that. That's not really God talking to me. And then more than that, you're willing to, it seems like your heart is very pliable. You're willing to receive that feedback.
I want to be the best person I need to be.
Yeah.
And if I'm not the best person I need to be, then I can't do anything for anybody else. Or I don't have a future.
Yeah.
So whatever, I saw this thing, I think it was Steve Harvey, and he was saying that I think he had a dream or something. So he was walking in this dream, and it was like a warehouse, and it was like his name was on these cargoes or something. And he was like, okay, but what is that? And he said, the voice was like, don't worry about it. And he was like, no, it's my name. What is that? And it was like, you're not in a place to receive any of that. So just keep walking. And he was like, no. Like, help me understand.
Right.
It's like, okay, you're not obedient. You're not willing to hear. You're not willing to grow. You're not willing to this. So those things that I have for you, you won't receive them.
Wow.
So we have to be open. We have to be, when he says, okay, you're not doing that right, or whatever it is, for the growth to happen. There's God knows how many things he has in place for us that you don't even know that are available to you. But unless you get in that position to say, okay, you made this left, but I need for you to make this right. Or you made this left and I need for you to keep straight. Then we don't know.
Right.
So there's no way for him to open us up to have the conversation. There could be people that are in relationship, but how deep is your relationship for him to say, you can talk to him, but is he talking to you?
Are you listening? Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Maybe I think there's a lot of value in wisdom in what you just said, and wisdom being that like you've lived it. So you are a living testimony. You're able to say from experience, like I want to apply this to the entrepreneurial world. So what I'm getting at is, as much as you love to speak in front of people, I'm just kidding, but have you thought about preparing a talk, like a TED talk or any type of talk that you've done before, about to the women of our group? Are you in a place to receive feedback about your business from your friends here in this group? Because I think it's a safe place. The groups that we are in together, they're all safe places. They're not cutthroat, and there's no one in competition for you, right? Because there's not another natural products maker in there. There's not another lender in there. So we're in a safe space in that no one's going to try to steal our spot. Right.
Right.
But I think it would be helpful, like if I could receive feedback from the whole group, but I'm a little scared also because feedback is hard. So, but I think what you said is so right on point. If you're not willing to receive feedback, whether it be from the Lord, or I think I could apply it to people in a safe space, then you're not getting the maximum growth that you could get. There's good things that could happen. Like Amy Casey told me, I think I use this as an example. She was like, can you explain why interest rates being lower would benefit the women in this group? And I was like thinking, oh yeah, I guess if you don't know, you don't know.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. She's like, I don't know, give a scenario. So that was very helpful feedback that Amy gave me. And I'm very grateful for that. I think when, like in your natural products world, you probably assume people know that you try to make your own essential oils if possible. I didn't know that. That's so
Honestly,
cool.
I don't think that people know that.
Yeah.
Because I've had conversations with people and they have no idea.
Yeah.
I try to keep it to where, I think because everything's natural, I try to keep everything transparent. So I don't have the mindset of, you should know this. I expect, like, even when I have vendors events, and it's like, I realize I like doing vendors events, but I like when people come and ask me questions. Even if they don't buy anything from my table, I like for them to come and ask me questions. And I think when I say, do you have any questions? They look at it as, you just want me to buy stuff. And I'm not. I want you to walk away from my table with more information than you came.
That's great.
So that's the way I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, when you said about somebody giving their point of view,
Right.
I welcome the information, but then I also pray and ask God to show me what his point or what he wants me to do. Because people can come to you and give you very, very good ideas,
but they might not be what God has.
It might not be this season.
That's good.
Because I have somebody, or I've had people to come to me and say, well, you should do this. And I'll be like, okay. And I'm like, okay, God, is that what you want me to do? Because it might be to where they tell me today, they tell me something very, very good and it sounds awesome. But it might not be what God has for me to do today. He might be want me to do it February next year.
Right.
So it's like we have to keep that balance of knowing when I should be doing it. Because you could be working on this today because it was given to you today. It's a waste of your time because it's not going to go in.
That's right. That's right. So you have to use discernment and wisdom after receiving the feedback. But I don't know, you could even do like an educational minute. Like, just, I think there's value in being, is it pliable? What is the word that I'm looking for? Being open to feedback. And so I know your source where you get your feedback is there, but not everybody is where you are in your faith walk either, right? So just to, as a benefit to the other women, just even being willing to ask for feedback, whether it be a whole group activity or one-on-one. Maybe a one-on-one would be a good way to do it. I don't know. Anyway, we'll talk about that later, but I think you have some really good experience and I think it would benefit people to hear it.
Most of my experience that I've gotten to what I'm talking about now is because when I first started my business, then it was, now I look back on it, it was for me to create from the backside, because that way I already have my website already done. I already have like I said, the printing company that I went to, I already had all of that stuff done before I even said, okay, this is my business.
Wow.
But what I did was, this is what I'm thinking. I was on Amazon, I was on Etsy, I was on Walmart and all this other stuff, and it wasn't the right season for it.
Okay.
So I spent a lot of money that I cannot get back right now. Because that's what I thought I should be doing.
Oh, yeah.
So that's when I say, so that's when I say people can give you feedback or you have a great and awesome idea, but it might not be the right season.
Right.
Because I just got an email, I think last week, where Amazon sent me, where they want me to come back on Amazon. But when I did it, it wasn't the right season.
Right.
But it might be the right season to do it on Amazon now.
Right. I love it. So you've lived and learned. You've had a couple of failures, and that's good to know, because that was one of my questions is like, we all fail. And sometimes if someone else is in a season when they are, they've missed the mark, they're failing or whatever, it's encouraging to hear that you too, as successful as you are, have had some failures, but you just,
right. They're not bad. The same thing as when, you get bad news or you're like, okay, I tried this and it didn't work. Failure's not bad.
Yeah.
You learn something out of doing that.
Right.
Like I said, I was on Amazon, I was on Etsy, I was on Walmart. I even was on a platform called Range, all of that. And because I was doing it, I spent some thousands of dollars.
Oh.
Whereas this time around, because I'm in the right place in the right season,
right,
I don't have to spend that type of money.
That's good.
Nowhere close to it, because this is the place where he wants me to be at. But in the place of failing to do something, you learn something out of that.
Right.
You might learn a couple of somethings out.
That's right. Yeah, I hope so.
So it's not always looking at something in a negative light. Flip it around and figure out what's the positive in that, because there's a positive.
Well, okay. So this leads me to the next one is like, what do you hope women can take away from your story? You've got lots of things. So especially those that are facing hardship right now, whether it be a health related hardship or diagnosis or any other type of hardship, what do you hope they can take away from your story to help them?
There's always a good in something. There's something good. There's always something that you learn. There's always a positive in everything. With me, I'm being diagnosed with breast cancer. It caused me to step out of my comfort zone all the way around.
Yeah.
Even if it's a situation where you're in business and your business isn't doing well right now. There might be something that you might be thinking you should do and not thinking that maybe I should try this thing over here.
Yeah.
Trying this thing over here is not a bad thing. It's just stepping out of your comfort zone. Sometimes it's stepping out of something you have no idea about. Even though at this point with my business, I may be in 16 different locations. I may have 14 different products out and everything else. There's still room for me to learn. And I'm still learning. I don't know everything. And honestly, we'll never know everything. But just be open. That's it. Just be open. Some things that God brings us to or pushes us through, it sounds crazy as I don't know what. But that's the part where he wants us to be at.
Yeah.
Because you're stepping into a new atmosphere and you don't know everything. But that means you have to rely on other people.
Yeah.
That means you have to rely on him and you're growing.
Yeah. So you already answered the next one. What advice would you give? You said just be open. Somebody who's stuck or afraid to be an entrepreneur, to step out and do that. And I think that's it. You just be open.
Just be open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that question asked several different ways to some of the past guests, and that keeps coming up. It's like sometimes even it's said, just take the step, even if you don't really understand it, just do it. And then I like the way that you said it, is like be open to what that step includes or involves. You just got to do it. You can't, there's no perfect time. You just got to do it. All right. What is the most rewarding part of your journey so far? I think you said it I want to see if I'm right though.
I think more or less me learning, me growing, doing this, because I am completely out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Completely. But I think more or less me helping people.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I knew it. I was like, you love to talk to people and help people, even though she's a self-proclaimed introvert. Let me just see. I think so far we've done great. Okay. 3, 2, 1. All right. Last question for you before I do rapid fire, which is not on here, so you're probably not prepared. But, well, how do you balance creativity, business, and rest?
The thing that I think that helps me the most is when I get up in the morning, I ask God, what do you want me to do today?
It's beautiful.
Because that creates balance of what I'm supposed to do today versus me being an overthinker. And I'm thinking, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And in my mind, my list is long.
Right.
But when he tells me, when I say, okay, what do you want me to do today? He may say 3 things off of that list.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yep.
So that means I do those 3 things. Then I have time for me. Then I have time for something else.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's what helps balance me.
Okay. All right. So you are rapid fire. I'm going to ask you some questions. What's your favorite thing to cook?
I have a favorite.
Do you like to barbecue? Yeah.
My daughter does.
She does all the barbecuing?
She does all the smoking and the meats.
What do you cook? You have like 3 or 4 things you told me about that are supposed to be amazing. Like,
honestly, from what everybody tells me, most things are amazing. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying. Yeah. I mean, okay. There's one that is, I make either use chicken wings or roast. I cook those down halfway.
Okay.
And I will season the meats up. And then I do chicken bouillon cubes and Lipton onion soup mix. And I let it cook in the oven halfway. And then when it cooks halfway, then I put a can of cream of chicken, cream of mushroom in it with fresh carrots and fresh potatoes.
Yeah.
And let that cook all the way down until the carrots are done, because the carrots take longer to cook down than the potatoes. And then I do a pot of rice.
Yes. Sounds delicious.
Yeah. I don't know, because some things I just come up with on the
very creative.
Yeah.
In every way. Yeah. That's
so
awesome. I'm coming to the annual cookout this year. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why, honestly, my cousins will come 2-3 hours. They would drive 2-3 hours.
Oh my God.
One of my cousins told me that, she said, y'all need to stop playing and go ahead and open up a store, open up a restaurant. I was like, that's not right. It's not going to happen.
You don't think so? You don't
No,
do that? Yeah.
I don't want to do that, because what I'm thinking is I'm going to get burned out with cooking.
Oh, yeah.
And people in my house are not going to eat, and they're going to be upset with me.
Well, talk to Cody about it, because I think restaurants are really challenging. They can be very successful, but they can also be very, very challenging.
So people look at it and they're thinking, oh, the food is good. Or it's this. They don't think about the behind.
Yeah.
the scenes where you got to order this meat, you got to order this food, you got to
Right.
make sure you're getting good quality. You got to have good people that are willing to work and show up to work. You got to make sure they have a great wage to it.
Right.
You got to make sure that whatever your work schedule is, that you have people to show up for that every single whatever, da 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 da. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't blame you, because then you have to fill in if nobody shows up. Well, thank you, Sherena, for sharing with your life and your vision. I think today your story is a beautiful reminder that even in the hardest seasons, right, God can birth something new, creative, and deeply purposeful. And it's helped me to slow down. This has been probably the most slow paced, easygoing podcast that I've ever had. I like it. It's a new way. I'm definitely very relaxed. You have that effect on people. So thank you.
Really?
Yes, I think so. I think so. That's very good. You put people at ease. So until next time, guys, stay fully stoked, and we'll have some more great entrepreneurs on. Talk to you later. Bye. And if they want to get in touch with you, you've got your social media. I'll link all of her social media. If they want to buy products, can I get a list of the 16 locations? And I can go ahead and put that in the summary. And then do you have a website? You said you have a website. All right. All of that will be in the summary below. See you next time. Bye. Awesome. That was good. I'm very relaxed. It's true. Cool.